Hey folks, Bill Greenberg with PhoneScholar.com. Today is Tuesday, February 8th, 2011. Here's a brief summary of what we got going on the website today. Got a lot of information, so you do need to go to the website to get all the information, www.phonescholar.com. And of course, if you have any questions, send me a blog questions at PhoneScholar.com. And here we go. Sprint unveils Kyocera dual screen smartphones. Really cool, the Kyocera Echo, and I'm just going to kind of combine the two stories in one here because there's two videos. The first story on the website actually has the demo video, or not the demo video, but the intro video from Kyocera themselves. And then the second article is from Al Sacco from CIO.com. Great article, and he has a hands-on video of him using it at the event. So that's the way to check it out. And then Al goes into his experiences with the phone, stuff like that. But let me give you a few specs. First of all, it is a dual screen phone. Screen on top, screen on bottom. It kind of flips open. It's kind of weird, but you take your thumb, you flip it up like that, and it flips open kind of like a slider, but then it's hinged. There's a hinge on there. And so you can either have it hinged kind of like this, or you can actually have it flat and then click it into place, so you can have one big 4x7 inch screen. Really cool. So the two screens by themselves are 3.5 inch. Remember, this is measured diagonally, so not up and down, but diagonally. LCD WVGA touchscreen, so not Super AMOLED, not any of that, but it still looks like a very good screen. 4x7 inch screen when diagonally when it's together. It has a Wi-Fi hotspot. It is 3G. It is not 4G. In the article, it kind of mentions that since this is not coming out until spring or for a few months, maybe they'll do a 4G by then, but as of right now, it's a 3G, 1 GHz Snapdragon processor, single processor, 8 GB card included, but of course they always expandable up to 32. It does have Froyo 2.2 built in, and here's the big thing, because everybody's saying, well, with the two screens, what's the battery going to be like? Well, they're saying it's going to eat up the battery quickly, so they are including a spare battery with a portable charger that you can tether to the phone to use as a charger or a second charging device. So that will be coming in the package for $199.99 minus a mail-in rebate with the 2-year contract. So it looks like a pretty cool phone. It is not going to be, supposedly there are a couple of other companies that are working on dual screen phones, so this may not be the only one, and who knows what's going to be available, how quickly, but you're going to start seeing this more and more, it sounds like. There are 3 modes on the unit. It's called one simultask mode, and that way you can run literally 2 independent apps at the same time. The 2 screens can run completely independently. If you want, you can text message and be on the internet. You can be on the internet on one screen and the internet on the other. Then there's the optimized mode, and they show this. It's where, let's say you have a bunch of thumbnails or pictures. You click on it, and then on the top screen the picture comes up even bigger. So that's optimized mode, where you're using the screens for 2 separate, the same app, but they do 2 different things in that app. And then of course there's a tablet mode, which runs the whole big app. I did put a link on to the Sprint website for the Sprint Echo website, so go ahead and check that out. Looks like a pretty cool phone, but the first of its kind. Well, I'm sure we'll see more, but I think you'll like it. Next, Sony Ericsson pitches Xperia Play, and for those of you who did not see it, Xperia, there's been speculation and rumors of this PlayStation phone from Sony Ericsson, and this looks like it's finally here. There was a Super Bowl ad for it, which looked pretty cool, and it looks like a cool phone, and it's a slider phone that when you slide it up, it looks like a game controller. And it's supposed to have PlayStation PSP built into it. So they're going to supposedly making a huge announcement in Barcelona at the World Conference on February 13th as a definite announcement, so we'll have to wait till then, but I did put the ad on you if you didn't get a chance to see it. Next, report, Apple redesigns antenna for Verizon Wireless iPhone. This has been a big question mark. What's going to happen with the antenna? They're going to have the same problems. And a company called IHSI Supply has been taking apart the CDMA phone, and they literally say that the antenna is completely redesigned. And it gets a little technical after that. I don't want to go into it here, so if you want to see all the tech and specs and everything, go ahead and read the article, but that's what they talk about. Next on the categories, T-Mobile. T-Mobile announces 2-day all phones free Valentine's Day promo. And it's not actually Valentine's Day, it's Valentine's Day weekend. It's for February 11th and February 12th. This is not the first time they've done that. They did it over Thanksgiving, they did it over Christmas. All their phones, including all the newest 4G phones, are supposedly going to be free with a 2-year contract and mail-in rebates on the 11th and 12th. And of course, you have to be either a new customer or qualify for an upgrade to get these. So on February 9th, there's going to be a promo with Khloe Kardashian on both YouTube and Facebook, the T-Mobile sites, talking about it. So if you're interested in that, I also put a link to the T-Mobile site that's showing a little promo of it now. So go ahead and check that out. Next, under T-Mobile, T-Mobile gets top customer care honors from J.D. Power and Associates again, and I think this is like the 6th or 7th time in a row. And I will tell you, as when I was a carrier, or excuse me, an independent agent, working with T-Mobile was the best by far. As a customer standpoint, everybody I talked to said T-Mobile worked, and they are. And they got a 758 out of 1,000. Verizon came in second at 743. Sprint was third at 731, AT&T at 729. The industry average was 739, so only 2 of them above that. There's more interesting things in the article, including how long people were being put on hold and the switch in positions of the carriers themselves. So again, a good article to read, check it out. And lastly, under iPhone, Catholic Church approves confession on iPhone app. And to be honest with you, at first I was going to take a look at this and kind of make light of it, but it looks like a really cool app for those of you that are really into that. And again, I will never make fun of that. It's a $2 app. There, I did put the link for the app in there. This was written with, number one, the Pope's blessing, sort of. I don't want to put it that way, but what I'm saying is the Pope has said that he wants to get the church definitely more internet and computer friendly, and this was actually written with the help of some priests. And it looks like a great app for those of you who want to use it. It keeps track of sins. It encourages users to examine their own conscience and own up to their own activities, which I think is great. It has a checklist of possible sins in there. The confession, how to start the confession, a list of prayers. Now, it won't give absolution. You still have to go to your priest for that. But for those of you who take that very serious, and there's a lot of people doing it, I'm not making fun of that at all. I think it's terrific for those of you that it works for. Check this out. I think you'll really like it. I think it can be very helpful for you. That's all I got for today. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow.